Hey traders, Brian here with a short video that I wanted to make for tomorrow's section. Today is Thursday, August 8th, 2024, and I'm going to put this in play tomorrow. So everybody in the room today, you heard me mention that what turned the corner for me last year to go from having 6 or 9 months without being profitable. What helped me turn the corner was, well, of course I was developing my setups at the time, but what really turned the corner for me was when I filtered the trades and then forced myself to try and take one trade inside the filtered leg, wait for the next leg, try to take one trade. That was my way of trying to institute some discipline in my trading, to only look for my setups inside that. So I've got to get back to basics. I've had a good week so far, but I am just not happy at all with my executions. I mean, every single day I have to take 2 or 3 losses back to back before I start trading, and then I got to come back, and my comebacks are they're impressive for me. I'm not trying to trade to that capacity, but when I look at the comebacks I have, it's just like, see, that's what's possible whenever you get your head on straight, whenever you're focused and trying to take the best setups. So this is my attempt to refocus myself to try to get better at qualifying trades. And again, everything is in context of the higher time frame, and so let's go ahead and get into it. So what you'll see over here is on the left hand side is my higher time frame, the 36.6 Ninzarenko bars. This is on the NQ. I don't trade anything else like this because the Nasdaq's just so gnarly. On the right hand side over here is my entry chart, the Ninzarenko 22.4. It's my preferred method of entry into the higher time frame. Now, I'm just real unhappy with my executions, how I get into trades, how I'm shaking out of trades, all the break evens I get. But again, like I said, if I were to measure where I'm at this August compared to last August, it's not even in the same ballpark. So, I can't be, on one hand, I can't be too hard on myself because I've improved drastically. On the other hand, I have to tell myself, be honest with myself, and tell myself I still suck. I still suck bad, and you got to fix it. So this is an attempt to fix that. So over here on this chart, what you see is a derivative of the linear regression, and here you see a derivative of the EMA. That's all I got on the chart here. I've got my entry chart. I don't have Optimus. I don't have automation. I just am going to enter manually on the setups that I'm about to describe. But first, let me go in here and show you what the settings are. And I'll have the template in the room, but you can create this whole template yourself in like less than 2 minutes, starting from scratch. All right, so the first thing is the EMA that I have right here, the black and white. Okay, so select the EMA slope color indicator, set it to 9. Input series, go in here and select the EMA. Change the EMA to 63 on the close. Okay, that's all it is. And then you can change the colors to whatever you prefer if you like this, if you want to do that. And then I've got it set to a line dash and a 3 pitch. All right, so the next thing is the linear regression. This is my filter, the red and green. Okay. So again, select the EMA slope color indicator and change it to 21. Input series, select the LinReg indicator, change it to 216, and hit OK. And then you can change this color to whatever you prefer. And then I've got the plots down here set for line, dot, and 6 pitch. Now I have the nearest 4 levels on there with the 26 and 50 and the roundy, but I have it deselected now, so you can select that back if you want to keep that on there, but I'm going clean and pristine tomorrow. I don't want any influences other than what is the higher time frame doing, and is my setup valid on the entry chart. Again, I want to refocus myself, and so let's go ahead and take a look at the setups. So this is a great place right here to start. So what you'll notice is filter. I'm looking at taking my pullbacks inside of this right here. I'm not looking to take every pullback. I only want one. I only want to get a 50 tick winner, and I'm donezo. I mean, finished. So that's it for the day. But I make so many mistakes when I start out of a morning, and I don't even know why, but it takes 2 or 3 losses back to back to back to get me in the right frame of mind to not let the market shake me out. So what I prefer to do is, we're going to start with this downtrend first because this is a good example. Now you can see here it's a clear trigger line trade over here on the higher time frame. I'm going to enter all of these trades 3 closes down, on the 3rd close down on the entry chart. It's easy to do with the Ninja bar status. You just, with the 22-4 charts, it's 4 ticks, so that's 1 point. So just add 2 points below where that bar is supposed to close, and that's your entry. Okay, not hard at all. What I would prefer to wait on is, I want to see the filter red. I want to see this moving average white, and a probe, a touch, and then a reversal. That's what I want to see. I would have definitely taken this trade in this setup right here. My stop's got to be above this swing high by, I'll call it 3 to 4 ticks. That's just the way it is. It's got to be there. So we would have survived this one and gotten, that should have been donezo for me right there. All right. As long as this trend is down, if you are still waiting for a trade, you've got 2 options here. Number 1, I really want to see, the best setups for me are going to be the ones where on the entry chart we touch the moving average. Okay, you can get away with a touch of the linear regression as well, but I prefer to see it touching the moving average. So here you had a touch of the linear regression, 3 closes down, and again, I would have gotten my points. We touched the moving average here, so I go three closes down. I'm going to try to wait for those setups tomorrow the best I can. Take the trade once the filter emerges, wait for the strike of the moving average, and then take the trade. Here we touch it again, 3 closes down, another 50 plus ticks. All right, so let's go back here. Now, I prefer to take the trades over here on the other side, underneath the red, above the green. Here we have a touch, 3 closes up. As long as it goes 5 ticks, I'm going to break even. If I can get my stop moved fast enough. There were like 2 times today where I couldn't move my stop quick enough, and it just took me out. It went back down and took me out. So I don't know if I would have gotten to break even here or not. And I'm not going to do any ATM stuff. I'm just going to trade, get myself back into the mindset. So here's an example of what I'm waiting for. This one just didn't work out. We had a color change here. This is why I prefer to wait until everything's in alignment. Red, we touch white, and we close down. Here we did not. I don't know if I would have. This is probably one I would have probably taken regardless. and I would have probably gotten a loss on, just because it violates what I'm really looking for the A plus setup, but I would have probably taken a shot at it, knowing myself. But let's focus on the ones that really, really shine. Okay, and that way we know what we're looking for. We can just wait. We turn red, pull down, we come back, we strike the white moving average, 3 closes down, and we get our runner. 50 tick trade right there. All right, here's another setup on the bullish side. Turns green, rallies, comes back, strikes the moving average, and you take 3 closes up. If you're still waiting for the trade, that also coincides over here. Now I'm looking at the higher time frame too. We got the John Wick above the trigger lines. So if that would have been a little closer to this, right, that would have been like, that's what I live for. Those have not been working out in the last couple of weeks for me, but I know that's just a temporary thing. So let's say you didn't take this one. We pull back, we hit the trigger lines over here. Huge rally, huge pullback into the moving average, 3 closes up, and I try to get my trade. Here we have, now this is an example of, you're looking at the higher time frame as well. Here's the first time it turns. We're on the other side of the red, but you can still take these. I just prefer them underneath the red if we're taking shorts, but still works. We strike the white, 3 closes down, and we take it. Same thing, if you miss this one, you got, these are all B4 jiggles over here on the higher time frame. You know, my other setups. Strikes the white, closes down, nice trade. Here are the color changes, so I'm more and more, just there's so many of these in the day, you can just wait for them. So here is one, if you waited, I mean, I would have taken this one and I would have stopped out. Okay, there's no doubt this one meets my criteria. Red, we come back, we test the white, we close down. Yeah, I would have been stopped out for a max loss on it. No ifs, ands, or buts. But we get back over if I'm still in the game and not throwing a computer out the window or anything like that, and still thinking straight, then I'll take this trade right here. We turn white, we're still red, pulls down, strikes the moving average, 3 closes down. Yippee yay. That's it. Beautiful trade here. Green, pull down, strike the moving average, 3 closes up, and there you go. So that's what I'm going to try to wait for tomorrow. Look at, here is one, meets the criteria, bam. It meets it again right there, bam. So this one right here, honestly, I would have been out for probably 2 ticks profit. Okay, I don't need to go through all these. I think you have the idea of what I'm going to be looking for, what I'm going to try to force myself to wait on tomorrow, to try to be a good boy in trade. Try not to create trades, which some of those trades I create work out really well. But I'm going to try to stay focused just on these setups right here. And try to trade with, see this is an example. This is why I like the 3 closes up. We strike, we only go 2 closes up, come back, 3 closes up, bam, there you go. All right, hope this helps. Yeah, just some great entries right there. Oh yeah, I mean, these are just really good entries. So hopefully this helps us all tomorrow. We'll see if I'm a good boy or a bad boy tomorrow. But anyway, we'll see you at the opening bell tomorrow, Friday, last trading day of the week.